Alright guys, so we're back here at Tigo's Garden, and it's been what I did last year on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's been 5 days since I came here. The last time I came here I got 2 baskets full of harvest, 2 baskets like literally full of this of okra. So today I'm here to just do some harvest. I see some of them are growing and it's kind of hard to keep up at this point. I try to come here at least twice a week because I'm very busy. So I have 30 minutes right now to gather my harvest before I have to go get baby as well as my older son. So yesterday we turned 6 months postpartum, so that's great. Awesome. In terms of like the corn, right, I don't have that many of them, but my mother-in-law called me the other day and she was mentioning to me that we can make pap. It's an African what's it called, it's like custard, but it's made out of corn, basically fermented corn, that she can show me how to make it from scratch, that I can give baby number 2, my baby. So today's video I just want to share with you guys while I harvest some things that I know I felt like helped me with getting started and encouraging others to grow your own food. There's so much I guess benefits in growing your own food, separate from the fact that it tastes way better than buying from the store. From experience, trust me. It's also therapeutic. There's so many benefits of growing your own food, knowing where your food comes from. It's good. And this here I would say is organic, being that I don't use any pesticides, and I use natural ways to fertilize my soil, like bunny compost as well as horse manure. Let me get going because like I said, I have 30 minutes before time goes. So yeah, so if someone is thinking like, is it cost effective from a money standpoint, the question is it actually cost effective to actually grow your own crops and eat them, like based on just money? It's arguable. Some people say time is money, right? Yeah, it is, but if you're doing other things and making money, but if you're here trying to tend to your plant where you could be making money, then is it really cost effective? I guess you can argue that point, but I'm just going to start from the standpoint of just the fruit itself, comparing this to how much it costs out there. So in terms of the fruit itself and how much it costs out there, I would say yes, it's cost effective in that regard, meaning that right now, for example, okra, a pound of okra is $4.99. Every time I come here, every twice a week, I get more than $4.99. Okay, what am I saying? Sorry, I harvest a lot more than that. Does that make sense? Like for this 4 plants, like right now, I've harvested 4 okras from these 4 plants, and £4.99 at least from what people I've spoken to, because I don't buy okra anymore in the store. That's like 11 of this okra is $4.99, and here am I, basically with about 3 plants. I've gotten my okra that I need to cook my food or recipe or whatnot for my family, pretty much, with just 3 plants. So in that regard, I think it is cost effective to grow your own plants. Now you can ask the question, what about the setup? What about the soil? That is expensive. And yes, you are correct. In the beginning it is. I did spend close to $1,000+ to get this all set up. I don't know if you've seen my old garden setup, but it's fenced around to prevent predators from coming inside. So it's like a U-shaped U-shaped raised bed. That's how I made my own garden. It doesn't have to be this expensive. That was my own choice because I just wanted to make sure that nothing comes in here that would steal all my efforts. You know what I'm saying? But funny enough, I saw a squirrel. Duh, they can climb. But anyways, yeah. So today I saw a squirrel. I'm like, oh wow, squirrel, what are you doing in my garden? But separate from squirrels, like other things like deers and stuff like that, that was the whole essence of using a fence. So back to the point I was trying to make. So in the beginning, the initial investment in setting up your garden Yeah, it will cost you. However, the long-term benefits, it's totally worth it if you ask me. Like, I've been using this since 2021. We're in 2025. What, 5 years now? Wait, 21. I lie. I would say 21. I would say 2022, because 2021 was when I moved over here. So 2022. So what? 3 years now. Yeah, and it's still going on. The only thing I have to do in terms of maintenance, we're talking about cost, is that I personally top my soil every gardening season. I top my soil with horse compost. And this is another way you can save cost as opposed to buying soil from the store. You can take your local farm. Some places give it for free. Where I get mine is free. I don't know if it's free everywhere, but this person's farm near me offers a compost for free. Okay, so every year before I got pregnant, I would go in my husband's van or SUV, whatever you want to call it, and I would during my lunch break I go in 3 batches. I would literally go there and shovel some compost. It required me going 3 times, and I will cover the top of my soil every year. And that's how I save money in terms of buying soil. And unfailingly, I've always had good results, which comes with 2 things. First of all, I pray on my garden, just so you know that the work of my hands will not go to waste. The devil's a liar. So yeah, that God bless my garden every year. I pray, and that my labor of effort here won't be in vain. So that's one thing I do in terms of cost. Now, if you're really interested in getting started, what I typically tell people, I'm gonna cut this one off because I don't think I'll be back in enough time to get this. Yeah. So far this is what we have. So what I typically tell people, no, not tell people, like when people talk to me, like ask me questions, like, okay, how can I get started and all that, like all that. When I first got started, I wanted to try everything because I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, I will do lettuce, I will do corn, I will do pepper, I will do tomatoes, I will do broccoli. Believe me, I haven't tried to do broccoli. I will do spinach. I mean, my earlier video, you see, I did spinach too. And I quickly found out that I can't do everything. That while that is interesting and fun, if I was really wanted to really maximize the space I have, as well as it be beneficial for everybody, it's better if I focused on a few things at a time, right? So if you want to get started, I would say start off with something that you guys, that in your family, in your home, that you eat a lot of it. Like, this is something that you guys can do without. Like, for example, for us it's tomatoes, it's peppers. So, but you're probably wondering that, okay, tomatoes and pepper, what are you doing with okra? Okra is also something that we eat, but like our staple is tomato and peppers. The reason I didn't do tomato and pepper this time is because of I was pregnant during the time it was time to start planting indoors. So guys, I ran out of space, so I ended up having to stop the video. Anyways, this is my harvest for today. And just to go back to what I was trying to say real quick before my video runs out, is that in terms of if you're looking to get started, I would say get started with something that you eat in your home. So like, start with that and then focus on that. Look at your zone area to see how to grow. Whether it's something you have to start indoors or outdoors. Like where I stay in zone B. So if I want to start tomatoes or peppers, well, specifically peppers for that matter. Tomatoes, I could probably do well if I just threw it in ground. I can still get some good harvest. But like things like peppers, for example, I definitely have to start them indoors. I have to start in March every year. And then sometime around May, Mother's Day, I put them in ground. So that's one thing we'll do. First figure out what is it in your home that you guys spend a lot of money on in the groceries. That you guys eat a lot, and then from there, just narrow it down to, okay, of all these things, what is the easiest thing to get started with? in terms of growing it and storing it, you know. So some things are very easy to grow, but maybe they're hard to store, and you don't have that capacity to store it. So maybe that's not a good idea to grow that kind of stuff. So for us, it's tomatoes and peppers and okras. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys, that you can get started with as little as a container. You can do container gardening if you don't have space to grow a raised bed. You can do container gardening. I did that for my parents last year, and they got some good harvest for tomatoes. If you just have a balcony or front yard, you can just have some tomatoes. One tomato plant needs 5 gallons of a container. So same goes for, I think, peppers. I think peppers can be 3. I'm not too sure. I can't remember now. But pretty much, it's very doable, very possible. It is something you should definitely consider. Just imagine you go, if you feel like making scrambled eggs, you go into your garden, pick your tomatoes, make your eggs. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's it, guys. Till later. Bye.